welcome back to my channel. This is What is Wednesday. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, welcome. What is Wednesday is a series started on my channel where anybody and everybody can comment, complain, and your concerns out there. I basically do what is, where is, why is, and I'm now going to be doing how is, or how. So basically you can come to my channel, comment anywhere you want. I have the links to my social medias are down in the description box down below of every video. So without further ado, let's get into some of you guys' complaints.
Hey everyone, as you just heard by that intro, this is What is Wednesday. We are at episode 45. So this one's a little bit of a long one. Don't ever worry if they're long or short. I don't care. Long or short, just as long as you submit one. Okay. First one comes from a friend on Facebook, and he says, what is the biggest way to go back to being a vegan or vegetarian after not being one for a long time? A couple years ago, my cousin and me found out we were overweight for our age and height. Shocking, right? Didn't think much of it for myself, but my 18-year-old cousin was a little more, shall I say, dramatic about it, so he wanted to start dieting. Well, I didn't want to do that, so I said instead, let's go to the vegetarian route and try that. It worked, so then we did a vegan trial, which worked really well. So up until lockdown, we were vegan. It's not as easy being vegan on lockdown. So we gave up being vegan and tried to go back to vegetarian, but then I said screw it all together and went full carnivore. Now I kind of think I want to be vegan again, but I don't like the thought of it. What do you guys think I should do? So, when people were telling me and complaining about how I a lot of the times come up with like answering in my own way or whatever, sometimes I think it should just be advice that I can say, but also, I mean, yeah, I should be allowed to say whatever. This is, my series, people complaining that, I shouldn't throw my 2 cents in, why not? So sometimes I think maybe I'll just give advice or have an answer if I choose to. So I think my best advice in this situation, it may sound very weird, but I would say try pescatarian. I know it's going to sound really weird, that word. I actually just heard about what a pescatarian was. Actually, just before lockdown, I heard about what a pescatarian was. Decided to add fish because fish oil is a good sustenance. So basically that's what a pescatarian is. I've heard it's a really good thing to try, though I will not be trying it myself, just because I still have an addiction to chicken, and chicken is not a pescatarian thing, it's only fish, so no. And I still do like my rare beef. Pork I could save me. We don't have a lot of pork except for the holidays. But I would say try it. I had, like I said, I haven't tried it myself. But I've heard it's really, really good, and it's a good way to be a veggie eater if you're not 100% committed to being vegan. You can try it, see if it works for you. Those of you who are pescatarian, maybe you guys can give me a little more update. I would like to know more about it. Not that I plan to do it. But, just for my viewers and stuff like that, and anybody who's questioning. So this next one comes from a friend on Instagram. She says, what has been some health loss weight types of ways you guys have tried to do? So before lockdown, I was a full-on fitness girl. I ate good and went to a gym daily. I had a trainer and at-home treadmill, so I was doing the best me, but lockdown changed my life for the worse. I started eating poor and sleeping poorly. And my treadmill broke in October. And to fix it or replace it is so much more expensive since I had the Peloton. So you might get just how expensive I mean. The regular treadmill is still a little bit pricier than I want to pay since I'm not working. The gym did open, but 2 things happened. One, it wound up closing again, and two, the first day I started back, I literally tossed my cookies after 15 minutes of a workout. So yeah, not good. Any tips you all can give would be great. So the last one comes from a friend on Twitter. He says, what is something you eat all the time that a lot of people don't like or say they would never eat? For me, it's what I call jail noodles. There are other names for it, but anyways, it's ramen noodles mixed with mayo, tuna, and chips. I used to add hot sauce on it too. Some of the other guys didn't like it. I learned to eat this in jail and I still love it every day for lunch or as a snack. It's my favorite. I actually have started adding avocado or guacamole if I can't find avocado. What about you guys? So honestly, that is something my brother used to eat all the time. That we had top ramen and cans of tuna in the house. That was like his favorite food to eat, so I totally understand too. Mine is pretty funny, actually. When I was in Job Corps, I didn't like or have an ability to eat a lot of the food that they served because of my many allergies. So I very rarely would eat breakfast just because I had trouble eating breakfast. Breakfast never sits well early in the morning for me. It still to this day doesn't. I actually have heard a lot of other people talk about it, but breakfast on account used to always make me feel very sick. Go ahead. And it still kind of does if I eat too early. I think if I eat before 9, I feel really sick. I have, though, started getting, like, a little bit better if I drink, like, at least a full thing of this before I eat anything. Usually, it's like priming my stomach in a way, and I usually am good, as long as I have a full one before I touch food. But, I didn't eat the lunch because the lunch was always, hot dogs or barbecue laden or ketchup or something that I just couldn't eat. I would eat a salad. Dinner, no, I would not want to eat the dinner. So I actually started buying top ramen. Cases of the top ramen were $2.44 and it was so worth it. So I would go ahead and go get cases of top ramen and eat top ramen. This was around the time that the new item that Cheetos came out with, I wish I had a bag on hand right now to show you, was the hot Cheeto popcorn. Well, one night I was eating that, and I had my noodles, and I accidentally dropped a couple inside my noodle bowl, and I did not notice, because I always added hot sauce into it, just because I love the spice, and it usually was the Valentino hot sauce, so I'd always add the hot sauce into it, and it was so good. Well, when my accident happened, I just sort of ate it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is so good. So I really got hepped up on eating the popcorn with my top ramen. Well, most recently, about a week and a half ago, maybe almost 2 weeks ago, I desperately started wanting popcorn again. And a friend of mine had actually sent me a box of baked hot Cheetos snack bags. These little snack bags. And I was like, they're baked, so maybe they'll dissolve and stuff. And since I always let it sit over here on the table, maybe it'll dissolve and do the same thing. Guess what? Yes, it did. So I eat this in my hot Cheetos until I can get some popcorn. But, yeah. Most people, when they would look at it, they're like, ugh. It's not even a soggy texture of chips, like, because I can't do the soggy, that would be gross. But, it doesn't make the chips soggy because they basically are dissolving completely. So it's actually become really good. What are you doing? What are you doing? So that's what I started doing, and it's so good, actually. I really freaking love it. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Oh, and also my other thing is, my dad, my brother, and my sister, we are, like, very addicted to sushi. So that's another item that people always turn their nose at. But, I'd like to know from you guys. Also, there is still a playlist over here Bless you. There's a playlist over here with the rest of the What is Wednesday. There is links down below. The entire list of, whoa, the lights just blinked. Must be a storm coming back. There's an entire list of every What is Wednesday with all the links if you have missed it. That is all I have for you guys this week. I will see you guys next week.